The Prime Minister of Israel has a gentleman's agreement with cable news. He agrees to come on their shows if they allow him to lie.
The ratio of civilians to combatants killed is the lowest in the history of urban warfare, and certainly dense urban warfare like this. It's about 1-to-1. There are about 14,000 casualties, 14 to 15,000 terrorists killed, and an equal amount of civilians that were unfortunately killed because that's what happens. But
everything he said was a lie. It's standard operating practice for the Israeli military to cause large numbers of civilian casualties. Early in the war, Israel had eyes on a target. They knew they would kill dozens if they dropped a bomb on a crowd in a refugee camp. They dropped the bomb and killed 70 innocent women and children to get one bad guy. Does that sound like 1-to-1? He also lied about how many terrorists they've killed. The Israeli military counts every male it kills as a terrorist. If they kill a 92-year-old blind man who can't walk, they count his death as killing a terrorist. Half the population is meant, so that's how they come up with the 1-to-1 kill ratio. The host doesn't challenge or correct the lies. He knows that the network would fire him. In 2005, they fired the host of Nightline for challenging a guest who lied. I was watching the night Ted interviewed the National Security Advisor for the Bush White House. Condoleezza Rice had just spent the weekend appearing on network news shows. The host smiled and nodded as she lied about Iraq. Ted challenged her when she lied. He did this again and again because every answer she gave was a lie. The network fired Ted in 2005. That same year they promoted others. Network news is a business, and they compete for guests. No politician is going to go on a show if he has to tell the truth.
It's now the Democratic senator from West Virginia, outgoing Joe Manchin. Senator, it's really good to have you. Welcome.
Well, it's great to be with you, Katie. How are you doing? We're here in Chicago.
Joe has become the face of corporate America in the Senate. He fought for Big Pharma and Big Oil and blocked the child tax credit that would lift 3 million children out of poverty. The host fails to mention any of this. Hillary Clinton avoids journalists. So why is she talking to Rachel Maddow? Hillary knows this is a safe place, and Maddow is never going to ask a hard question and call her out for telling a lie.
What do you see as the disconnect there? Look, I think it is true that a lot of people in our country don't even know what he's done. And part of that is they don't get their news from MSNBC. They get their news from social media, if they get any news at all.
Hillary is saying that Joe Biden's problem is that people don't know the facts. I think she got it wrong. Joe Biden's problem is that people do know the facts, and the facts make Biden look like a bad candidate. People are tired of the hosts and guests on cable news gaslighting them. This will continue for as long as access remains the coin of the realm in journalism. Maddow built her career interviewing Clinton. Hillary came back again and again because she knew Maddow would never ask about donor money or the large speaking fees the Clintons got from corporate America. I've read Maddow's books. They're very good. But it's easy to attack a dead dinosaur. Maddow fails to show this tenacity, and she interviews living guests. Fewer and fewer people watch network news because it doesn't reflect reality. The failure of journalism is a sign of a failing democracy.